Hello everyone. Today we are going to embark on a journey unlike any you have ever been on. A journey to discover the enemies hidden in your own plate. You may start your morning with a bowl of cereal, a slice of avocado toast, or a glass of healthy juice. But what if I told you that those foods are quietly aging you faster every day? Think of your body as a biological clock. Every time you eat wrong, you move that clock forward a little bit toward an undesirable end. Breakfast, which has been called the most important meal of the day, is where mistakes breed. Here's the cold truth. After 60, your metabolism slows down, and your organs become more sensitive to the stress of sugar, salt, and trans fats, all of which are common ingredients in breakfast staples like instant cereals, white bread with jam, and canned orange juice. What's more, many people mistakenly believe that eating light in the morning will help their bodies digest and stay slim, so they opt for a slice of toast and black coffee, or skip the meal altogether. But research shows that skipping breakfast regularly can increase the risk of early cognitive decline, muscle loss, and blood sugar imbalance, three of the main factors that accelerate aging. Do you notice this when you feel lightheaded in the middle of the morning, or when your legs suddenly feel heavy for no apparent reason? Your body is responding, sending out distress signals, but the signals are being masked by the fast pace of life and seemingly harmless eating habits. And when it comes to eat or not to eat, the question for modern breakfast cereals is the convenience worth the risk of neuronal survival? Or are you just eating to feel fed, not knowing that you're gambling with your future health? We've only just begun to open the door, and what lies beyond may surprise you even more. Imagine a cute little cake, topped with a creamy yogurt glaze and sprinkled with chia seeds. At first glance, it might seem like the perfect healthy post-lunch dessert, especially if you're trying to eat healthy after 60. But let me take you behind the scenes, where the truth isn't as sweet as it sounds. For years, the food industry has been cleverly labeling its products as healthy, from low-fat to reduced sugar to probiotic-rich. But what they don't tell you is that to make up for the lost taste when real fat and sugar are cut, they're forced to add sugar substitutes, synthetic thickeners, and artificial flavors. And that's fooling the palates and the minds of millions of people over 60. Have you ever felt a fog settle over your thoughts after eating low-fat yogurt? Or have you found yourself constantly snacking and craving sugar after eating healthy granola bars? That's no coincidence. The artificial sweeteners like sucralose and aspartame in these products are supposed to have no effect on blood sugar levels, but recent research suggests they can disrupt gut flora and cause silent insulin resistance. It may sound paradoxical, but the foods labeled diet are the culprits that make you age faster. How can you not age when every day your body struggles to decipher synthetic substances that never existed in nature? The problem here is not just the deception of the packaging, but also the long-standing habit of, if it's healthy, you can eat as much as you want. Have you ever allowed yourself a second cup of yogurt or a third slice of banana oatmeal cake just because it's low-fat? This sweet trap is working in your mind every day. So the question isn't, should you eat oatmeal? It's, do you really understand what's happening inside your body when you eat it? And if you thought that was all, the next part might make you look back at your kitchen cabinets with suspicion. You open your kitchen cabinets, and your eyes fall on a neat array of plastic containers, whole wheat noodles, instant oatmeal, low-sodium canned goods, and frozen soups that are ready in 3 minutes. Convenience, yes, but convenience may be the biggest price you pay after 60. Packaged foods are a great invention of the industrial age. They save us time and eliminate the need for elaborate cooking. But each package of food contains a chemical ecosystem, preservatives, colorants, flavor enhancers, and especially highly refined industrial oils. These little things can make you feel tired for a long time without knowing why. Have you ever noticed that after eating a packet of whole wheat noodles or a can of low-sodium soup, you feel thirsty, your stomach bloated, and your mind foggy? That's a sign that your body is reacting to additives it wasn't designed to process on a regular basis, especially after you hit 60, when your liver and kidneys don't function as well as they did when you were 30. There is a phrase among nutritionists that seniors should pay special attention to: inflammaging, silent inflammation-induced aging. Packaged foods, especially reduced-fat, enhanced flavor ones, are a major culprit. Every time you eat one of these, you're fueling the small, slow-burning fires of inflammation that can lead to diseases like diabetes, Alzheimer's, and heart disease. So should you eat packaged foods labeled whole grain, low sodium, or organic? This is one of those unsettled academic debates. Some experts say you can, if you control your portions and read labels. But the question is, how many people read and how many people control? You think you're saving time, but you could be spending your health on cheap things. You think you're eating healthy, but you're actually legally poisoning your organs. There may be a few items in your kitchen cupboards that you're starting to question. But wait, because what the purest and most familiar white at the dinner table are really the three most unpredictable traitors. There is an interesting paradox. What is white, clean, familiar, often brings a sense of security. A slice of fresh white bread, a pinch of salt sprinkled on soup, a small spoon of sugar stirred gently into a cup of afternoon tea, all evoke images of warmth and simplicity. But be careful. Those white gifts can be the ones secretly taking you away from health faster than you think. After 60, your body can no longer process refined sugar as well as it did when you were younger. A small spoonful can cause a sudden spike in blood sugar, leading to an over-release of insulin, followed by fatigue, sleepiness, and cravings. And so the endless cycle continues. And you wonder why you keep gaining weight, why you wake up every morning feeling as if you haven't slept at all. Refined salt, a seemingly harmless ingredient, is the culprit that gradually damages your blood vessels. Unlike natural sea salt, which contains trace minerals, refined salt is stripped of all beneficial elements, leaving only pure sodium chloride. As sodium builds up, blood pressure begins to rise, the heart has to work harder, and dull headaches begin to appear. And finally, white flour, the base ingredient of so many of your favorite foods: bread, cookies, pasta. This flour has had its bran and germ removed, where most of the fiber and vitamins are. What remains is a block of empty carbohydrates with a high glycemic index, causing weight gain, reducing insulin sensitivity, and accelerating chronic inflammation. There is still debate in the academic community about whether these three white guys should be eliminated from the diet completely, or should they be gradually reduced. But the question is less important than looking at yourself. Are you still eating the same old habits without questioning them? If you find it difficult to fall asleep, if you wake up in the middle of the night, if your eyes are dry or your feet swell slightly in the afternoon, don't just blame old age. The culprit may be lying on your dinner table every day, sprinkled with a confident innocence, but that's not all. There's something even more dangerous than these three white men, because it's wrapped up in your childhood emotions and memories. There are foods that nourish not only the body, but also the memories. A cup of your favorite vanilla ice cream from childhood, a cool glass of soda sitting on your grandpa's wooden stool, or a crispy potato chip shared with a grandchild on a weekend outing. Those are warm and memorable moments. But the sad thing is, they are often associated with the foods that age the fastest. Commercial sweets, from cookies to fudge to ice cream, are a deadly combination of refined sugar, trans fats, and artificial flavors. When you take a bite, dopamine is triggered. But the price is more wrinkled skin, more inflamed blood vessels, and diminished memory with each spoonful of pleasure. Stop and think about this. After 60, every time you load up on sugar and trans fats, you're not just rewarding yourself, you're also self-punishment. Your immune system goes haywire, your collagen breaks down, and advanced glycation end products, AGEs, the result of sugar combining with protein, start to build up throughout your body. These AGEs are one of the main factors that cause your skin to sag, your eyes to dim, and your heart to weaken. And soda? Even the sugar-free diet variety has insidious effects. Artificial sweeteners trick your taste buds into thinking you're getting energy, but it never comes. So you crave more, get hungrier faster, and your belly expands over time. So the question of whether to indulge in nostalgic foods is one of the most emotionally charged debates. Some researchers argue that happiness is part of mental health. But if that happiness is built on a foundation of destructive molecules, is it still care, or is it abandonment? You may think, I only ate a little, so it's no big deal. But after 60, that little can be enough to cause lasting damage. Your body doesn't have the flexibility to repair itself like it once did. Every bad choice isn't just a meal. It's a permanent mark on the aging process. And when you put the spoon down, ask yourself, next time, can I choose differently? Now, let your body take a slow breath. You're sitting there, maybe on your favorite sofa, or somewhere quiet enough to feel your heart slowly pounding against your chest. What you've just heard isn't meant to worry you, but to awaken a forgotten part of you choice. No one is forcing you to be perfect. No one is saying you can't eat what you love. But now you know. Some foods are no longer innocent pleasures, but a hidden bargain between memory and health. And you deserve better than that. Every cell in your body wants to live longer. Not just to survive, but to enjoy more fresh mornings, more afternoons with your children and grandchildren, and more quiet but meaningful moments. And if today, you start making changes just a little, by reading labels more carefully, choosing more authentic foods, avoiding the 3 whites, and saying goodbye to rememberable but dangerous foods, you will have turned your own biological clock back. Let the coming days no longer be passive days, but an active journey. You choose, you decide, and you live well.